Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Nifty move. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 23-yard line.
Set up. 18 Gators.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Break.
Mike's 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check pass, check pass. No.
Now Jackson.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 23 yards on the play. Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I'm here all day. Choose the mic. Here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Benjamin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 17, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. D.D. Westbrook, 83 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. To try again after the sack. Jackson.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, Benjamin finding room to the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Off the play fake. Costello. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yes.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
McManus's point after is good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Costello. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get him one closer. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We own them. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got one. Mike 50. Hey, Mike 56. Shoot up.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Strong right. Everyone got 4 down. Check 43. Slow. Boom. Switch. Check 3. Hey, check go. Check 24. Ready.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this this one is down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Choose the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Mic 2. Watch 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. Jackson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there. Watch QB.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Jackson got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He's not going to get me.
To throw again is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
58 for Mike. I got one. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you.
Jackson will throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can go?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line, 15 line.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now a give right side. It's Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through, but they didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact. And
bro, what I'm going to buy a headset for?
Guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity.
I got 3 kids.
Slip through their hands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time.
Damn, they advanced already, bro. Why I'm playing the fucking the Lions, bro? It's 20-10. Bro, you see how I folded in the 4th? Man.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
Bro, that shit made me sick, bro. Cause my kids running around, I couldn't lock in, but I ain't gonna blame it on them.
Deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down, went backwards. It's 3rd.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta focus for Madden, bro. I'm trying to win that 100 though.
There he goes inside the 30.
That shit be fucking me up.
Down to the 5. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 5.
Yeah.
This is a very impressive drive.
Nah, yeah, he was making some plays, but man, I started trying to throw them deep passes, and he was like just hanging the ball out. I'm like, man, what the fuck?
You can call just about what you want.
But bro, I don't know. For some reason, Madden I don't like it because I got a 98 speed and I got 2 98 speed receivers and they ain't getting separation.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Damn, this nigga Cliphawk got the division over me.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy.
I should have won that game, bro. I had that nigga, dog. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get at least 3 right here. This nigga throw a duck and throw a pick.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
man. Them other leagues y'all having me too, right?
It's more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Bro, CJ Mosley should hands down have defensive player of the year.
Second down went backwards. It's third and very.
This nigga got like 5 forced fumbles, like 4 picks.
Here's Jackson.
Real?
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble.
Bro, Bengals ain't even nice like that with his linebacker. How he yet leading the league?
Goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Carlton Davis done came on my team and took over the secondary.
This one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down.
And Nico should bust the Chiefs, man. He might be tanking or something. That man been playing horrible.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. They'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
We got to rock the league.
Taylor. And an alley to run. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
How you got like you?
Explosion helped lead them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points.
What's the other dance you were saying the other day?
They will gratefully accept them. It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different.
Sing the song. What's the song?
So for the Packers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop back to 4-4. They'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here at the NFL on EA Sports.
Board in the house, board in the house, board. Bro, Khalil Mack ain't doing nothing, bro. 5 sacks. What I gotta put him at? And have him blitzing every play?
Hey, bro.
But
They gotta change that rule, bro. That fucking I can't blitz 3 times in a row rule. This nigga got Lamar Jackson, bro. The only time I was stopping him is when I did the little the Dom blitzes.
No, what you supposed to do is this. Call the play and then you supposed to call the play and audible just for shit. They can't say nothing about that. Like, nigga, that ain't how you got that shit.
You somebody no limit?
Yeah.
Fuck that, cause that nigga nano blitz the whole game I played him. On me, yeah.
I got my X Factor with my running back.
That nigga not, bro. I don't know what integrity is, bro. I'm gonna tell what that nigga say, bro. Cause that Bucks nigga's a hoe, bro. I actually that nigga first hand, bro. I went up 7-0 on that thing. They call cash.
If I do play that nigga, I'm all the time.
Yeah, they can't have rules for just one side of the ball. That's just stupid. That's stupid. They can't have rules for one side of the ball.
Yeah, if I
That's
was just
stupid.
being them niggas like, look, bro, y'all can't just have one rule because you got niggas that'll come out here and run inside zone from every different formation.
That's what the Bucks was doing, running set from every different formation.
Yeah, nah, it's just that nigga. That all he do is roll out with Lamar. That he was doing that shit all game. So like, nigga,
Yeah, that's why you don't do no spying. No
I stopped that nigga till third down because I can't fucking blitz no more. And this nigga roll out, playmaker a nigga.
I'm about to play the Chiefs right now, nigga. You think you about to sit back here with these fast niggas and let them separate?